Hi everyone, thanks for joining us for day 6 of our 12 Days of Christmas with the Salvation Army CK.
I'm Nicole.
And I'm Amy. And for those of you just joining us, every day we're going to have a new video posted at noon, which will have different guests, performances, and some holiday fun.
Yeah. And today's video will be a storytelling video by our friend Seamus Gunn. So stay tuned. I promise it'll be really good.
And if you haven't already, make sure you start bidding on the online auction. Make sure you get some bids in. That's going to close December 1st at 7 p.m. And once it's closed, we'll notify the winners.
And winners can pick up their items here at the church, 46 Orangewood Boulevard in Chatham.
And also happening, if for those of you who don't know, or maybe you do know, we're going with kettles this year. So if you're able to stand at a kettle and donate some time, please call the church and speak to me. If you're not able to stand at a kettle, you can donate here at the church, online, or when you see a kettle in a store.
Yep. And so check out our website for more information. And if you have any toys or food, you can donate them here at the church or at any family services office in Chatham, Wallaceburg, or Ridgetown.
All right. So to get started with today's video, I thought we could change things up.
Oh.
And we're going to need some space for this.
Oh,
so
space.
I thought that do you have some supplies over there? I got you some supplies. We need all your supplies.
I have supplies. See?
Okay.
They're in my car.
We get the same supplies, and we're going to have 30 seconds to make a snowman. And once we're done, we're going to see whose is better.
Oh.
Okay? I have a timer somewhere. Right here.
All right.
Got a timer on my phone. I have scissors. We're going to have to share.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh.
Are you ready?
Okay. Yep.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay, go. This is a simple craft you can do at home with your family.
Yeah.
Maybe use more than 30 seconds, though. You could hang it on your tree.
I just have styrofoam balls here.
No.
And
I'm running out of time.
I have
8 seconds.
Wait, are you kidding? No, I'm not done. I'm not done.
8 seconds. Oh, no. Okay. That's out of time. Timer's up. That's it.
Well, you can at least put your hat on.
Okay, thanks. Okay.
Oh, I forgot a scarf.
Let's see.
Oh, that funny looking.
Not bad. Nicole has a nose.
He looks more
Okay, what do you guys think? Whose snowman's better?
Oh, that's a funny looking
Nicole's
nose you got
has
there.
a big nose.
Yeah.
Mine or Nicole's, okay?
But watch out for the wind.
You let us know in the comments what you think. Whose is better? That's not enough time.
No, I need more than 30 seconds.
When you do it at home, you should take more time.
Yes.
Do a
yeah,
nice job.
I'm sure. If you just find stuff around the house, I'm sure you could just wad up some paper towels or...
Yeah, make some popcorn stuff for your tree.
Oh, yeah. There's lots of stuff you can find. Just look around
Easy
the house.
at-home activities.
Yeah.
Don't take a lot of time.
Nope. Lots of family fun.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite Christmas craft that you've ever done?
What's your favorite Christmas craft? Comment below.
Do you have one?
My favorite Christmas craft, I think anything that is resembling an angel or a snowflake. I like to make like little angel things like with feathers and stuff. But I've also used a hot glue gun and a wax paper and did a design of a snowflake and sprinkled some stuff on it, and then just the glue dries and it actually stays together like a snowflake. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's very simple.
Lots of really cool things you can do with a hot glue gun. What's
if
yours?
I had to pick a Christmas craft, I would say probably like the wood stuff, like wooden snowmen.
Oh.
Wooden reindeer things, you know?
Yeah.
What I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are
fun to
awesome.
make.
Yes.
And they last forever.
They do. That's
don't
one
get
thing.
wrecked.
Yes, that's true. That's one thing that with mine, they get wrecked pretty easily. But wood lasts forever. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So what about you guys? Let us know in the comments if you haven't. What's your favorite Christmas craft that you've made? Or any tips maybe for other people about Christmas crafts that you've done?
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's tons.
I'm sure there's lots.
Yeah.
But I think that wraps up our time today. So don't forget to let us know whose snowman is better. Here's my snowman, just for as a reminder.
You're forcing your hat.
Yours is missing its nose.
Oh no!
All right, well, we find our snowman's body parts. We should get on to the video for today. But don't forget, before we get to the video, to come back tomorrow. Because tomorrow we're going to have a musical performance by Paul and Kim Stratton.
Awesome. So here's Seamus. See you next time.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. G'day to you, friends. Seamus here. I've been asked by my friends at the Salvation Army to share a wee story with you about why my family and I choose to support the works of the Salvation Army here in Chatham at Christmas time and throughout the year. Now, for me, the story goes back a long time, but I promise I'll keep it quick. I live in Chatham-Kent now, have for more than half of my life, but I was raised in Windsor. And when I was just about 6 years old or so, it was getting on to Christmas time, Christmas of 1966. I'm 60. Did I mention that? But the arrangement in our family was that when the baby bonus came in December, my portion of it, I think it was like $7.53, would be mine to spend on Christmas presents for the family. Imagine that. Presents for mom and dad and my brother and maybe my grandma or auntie or somebody for $7 and change. But anyway, the day came. The baby bonus check came in. There was no direct deposit then. Mom took the check to the bank and the money was waiting for me when I got home. And we had supper. And that night after supper, my father and I jumped in the car and we drove to Kmart to go and do my Christmas shopping. Well, we got to Kmart and we walked through the outer doors into the little lobby there. And I had been talking about all the things I wanted to get. I wanted to get mom some pretty face powder and I wanted to get my brother a comic book or whatever it was. And before we got into the store, my father stopped me, put his hand on my shoulder, and he says, "First, you do that." And he pointed to the kettle. And there by the kettle, there was two nice ladies from the Salvation Army in uniform. One of them might have even had a tambourine. And I said, "What do you mean, Daddy?" And he said, "Take the change in your pocket and put it into that funny-looking kettle." And I said, "Why?" And he says, "Well, I'll tell you when we get home." Okay. So I reached into my pocket and I grabbed the 53 cents or 73 or 82 or whatever it was. And I put it into the kettle. And the nice ladies there said, "Thank you and Merry Christmas." And they gave me a candy cane and off we went and did my shopping. Now, of course, by the time we got done and got home and I was getting ready for bed because it was still a school night and I forgot all about it. And it was a year or two later before my father explained why it was so important to him that we support the Salvation Army. My father was a veteran. Infantry soldier, paratrooper, served in the Korean War, went when it was still a very violent shooting war and stayed after things calmed down a bit. And he told me a story that one year, right around wintertime, getting on to Christmas time, he had been on sentry duty all night long. It was a static position. There had been a lot of tension. There had been exchange of fire. And his job as sentry was to spend the night in a little hole in the ground with some cement blocks and sandbags around him, watching across the valley towards the enemy positions. And when the sun came up the next morning and he made his way down from sentry, he was cold and he was tired and he was sore and he was hungry. Going through the wire at the edge of the camp, he tore his coat. He was just miserable. And as he got down into the edge of the camp, there were some Salvation Army workers, some volunteers, and I don't know if they were from Canada or Britain or the US. I never knew that part of the story. But they greeted them and he said, "Soldier, are you hungry? Can we do anything for you?" And my father basically said, No, I just want to go to bed." And the one volunteer said, "Well, how about a cup of coffee and a sandwich, something?" And my father turned around and he laid into these volunteers and called them everything but nice. He wasn't having any of it. He didn't want to know about the Salvation Army. He just wanted to go to bed. And he made his way over to whatever safe space they had, whether it was a bunker or a tent or whatever, I don't know. But he crawled in, pulled off his mucky boots, threw down his coat, set down his helmet and his rifle, crawled under the blankets or sleeping bag, It was a long time ago. I don't remember all the details. And he got himself to sleep. And he didn't sleep well, and he didn't sleep long. It was daytime. There was noise. And it was 3 or 4 hours later that he woke up. And as soon as he sat up on the little cot that he was on, he reached for his boots, and he knew something was different. And as he looked down, he saw that his grubby, mucky boots that he had worn into the tent were clean. And when he looked over at his gear, his helmet and his rifle were there, his pack was there, and his coat was there. But the tear in the coat had been stitched during the night. And sitting on the little box that served as a bedside table, there was a cup of coffee, cold now, and a nice sandwich wrapped in wax paper. And my father knew that somehow while he slept, that Salvation Army volunteer that he had yelled at slipped into the tent, cleaned his boots, took his coat away and fixed it up, and came back with a sandwich and a coffee. I don't know if I was really old enough at 7 or 8 or however it was when he finally shared the story with me to understand the significance of it. But all I knew was that my daddy said that the Salvation Army was good to soldiers. And as I got older, I grew to learn that from the First World War, Second World War, into the Cold War, Korea, Salvation Army volunteers from Britain, Canada, the United States, all other Commonwealth countries have been very active at the front in the war zone, bringing whatever comfort they could to the soldiers. And that always resonated with me because I was raised up to respect veterans. As I got older and it came time for my own pocket to be involved, I always made a point of stopping by a kettle on the way out during the Christmas season. And when I was a young husband and father, and times were tough, the Salvation Army helped us. And there was more than a few Christmases where the presents under the tree didn't come from mom and dad or Santa Claus. They came from our friends at the Salvation Army. This year, we're facing a fight that we've never seen before in our lifetimes. And the Army's going to need all the help that we can give them. I encourage you, whether it's dropping toys off at the church, bringing food into the family service office on Raleigh Street, sending in a donation to whatever you can comfortably do, putting your money in the kettle, or perhaps even more importantly, volunteering to staff a kettle this year when things are going to be difficult. But whatever you can do to help the Salvation Army during this season, it's an important part of taking care of our community. You can help your neighbors, many of whom that you may not even know that they need help. But you can do the most good, I believe, by putting your financial support and your time into support of the Salvation Army here in Chatham-Kent. My family and I wish you a season of safety and comfort, and we hope that you all do have a very Merry Christmas. And now I have to figure out how to shut this thing off. Cheers.